What's good, team? 'Tis I, your boy. Broadly known as Thew, officially now known as Toy Grind on YouTube. Didn't even mention that, did I? Bit behind this month, let's crack on with the Dammit Open. Box 55, 1 Hanley Street, Nottingham, N and G and 1 and 5 and B and L. How are things anyway? Are we good? I certainly hope so. Give us a thumbs up if things are generally okay. You lot have been so good to me recently, I've gone ahead and amassed a bit of a backlog. So let's tuck into this one from August and see what's been sitting around for ages. Yeah, I've been well busy this month, just haven't seemed to find time to be able to sit and film stuff. Like, I've got loads written and plenty of other stuff going on. The Gears review is like rendering as we speak. Hope that one turned out okay. So we'll try and get caught up, shall we? Cracking right on with it. Read me first. I was gonna. What do we have here? Lost Light Insider. TF. What does that stand for? That looks a lot like a logo I designed years and years ago. This is super like deep cut Thew lore. But do you remember the old Fear Factory logo from the Obsolete album? It's like two F's back to back. I turned one of them into a T, so it would be Thew Factory. And it kind of looks like that. Hold on, this reminds me of something. Yeah, here we go. This is an eraser I've had sitting around since movie 1 came out. The TF logo on that looked exactly like my Thew Factory logo. Nobody cares, Thew. Read the thing, please. Paging 1 Thew McAdam Adams. First time writer and viewer for a bit over 3 to 4 years. I just wanted to say thanks for all you do. Your channel was the gateway for me to start gunning after some Transformers of my own. I am a wretched enabler. Sorry about that. Apologies to your bank account. Some of my biggest hits so far are Titan Class Star Convoy from Age of the Primes, love that thing, as well as Deluxe Class Excellion Cybertron Hot Rod. Haven't checked that one out. I saw it in the shop the other day and decided to get Retro Gears instead. It does look nice though. I haven't actually checked out the Cybertron version of Hot Shot, like even from Cybertron. I think I had a quick look at the Getaway version at Toy Fu one time. It's mega! It's way bigger than I expected. I've been on a TF Cybertron kick as of late, as I've got the Voyager Evac and Deluxe Red Alert along with Cannonball. I'm sending away a couple of bots that I hope do well for your collection. I've also got a Fast 5 question pack to see if I can scratch your brain for a bit. You mean like Fast and the Furious 5? That's totally not my realm. The cars ain't even robots, boring. I'm also at work on a TF/Code Geass. Is it Geass? It's an anime thing, right? Or a video game? I don't know. Also not my world. Anyway, I'm at work on a TF/Code Geass crossover fic set in IDW's More Than Meets the Eye universe. I assume that's what Lost Light Insider is. Sounds like a lot of fun. Very long URL there. I'm not going to try and bang that on the screen. I'll chuck it in the description box and you can check out that fanfic for me. Go on then. Cheers and keep it real, Tommy! I will keep it real. I try to. I don't even really know what that means. Nice one, Tommy. Let's check out whatever's in here. That's some very firm tape. It's friggin' Override, isn't it? Let's go! Is this the Cybertron or the Legacy one? I'm not sure what the difference is. Don't see a planet key thing. I'm thinking this is Legacy. Whoa, that's a weird thing, isn't it? God, it's like somewhere between Mach 5 and the Batmobile. Plenty of time for Override. Like, it's not quite like anybody else. It's a bit like Blur, a bit like Crumple Zone, in that you can tell it's from the same sort of design sphere, but nobody quite looks like Overdrive. Damn it. As I understand it then, Override was like a prime in the Cybertron cartoon. Nitro Convoy, wasn't it? She was Nitro Convoy in Japan. Like, I know she got gender swapped at some point because there were friggin' no girls in the show, but I can't remember whether it was Japan or America that did that and which one it was first, but I don't think it super matters. Override rules, and that is the end result. These legs are really clever. Like, they sort of hinge out on these extra sort of shin branches. These flaps kind of, there's a little notch there where they lock in. That's not a common move. I think the rear wheels themselves have the arms mounted on. Yeah, they do. And they spin around. Yeah, they swing up there. And then the torso kind of locks in like so with the red canopy. Wow, she's fabulous. And the arms, I think, kind of telescope in. Yeah, there you go. They sort of slide along the peg and lock in like so. That's so neat. Hell yeah, Override. Override. That's so cool. She's like in the middle of a lot of things, somewhere between Minerva and Drift. Crazy articulated, super exciting action figure. Barely looks like a Transformer, does it? Definitely a Japanese robot, but not very Transformers-y. Just looks like she's from some other anime. Jeez, those legs are crazy. Look at those knees! And the black on the arms, the black and gold, that's very sort of regal Japanese robot. but also everything else is red and white with the giant canopy like a canister full of blood. Hell yeah, Tom. Thank you, mate. That's killer. This has got to be the legacy one, hasn't it? Like, I love that they're revisiting these characters, but the absence of gimmick is so frustrating. Like, it's there, it looks like it should do the planet key thing, but it just doesn't. Oh, it just comes off, right, okay. So the whole backpack comes off, turns into a big double blaster. King of the road, but the girl version, whatever a girl king is. Girl king, that's gotta be a thing. I'd love to track down the Cybertron version too and do like a double feature review of this, because she deserves it, man. She's so special. Nobody else quite like Nitroconvoy. Hell yeah, what a start. We're off to a flyer. And one other thing in here looks like, whoa, is this Clocker? That's an interesting color scheme. I've never seen this version of Clocker. This is probably like the default version, sort of somewhere exactly between Hot Rod and Dion, orange and blue. But yeah, the Clocker I'm familiar with was the Universe or the Movieverse repaint. It came in a 2-pack with Hardtop, and they were both like grey and really dull. So this is actually extremely refreshing to see. A Clocker that doesn't look like crap. Very Rodimus-y vibe on this. Wow. If Rodimus was a convertible. Freaking clear blue wheels, clear red wheels on this one. What a pair. And I think we pop off the engine block. I may be wrong. Yep, there it goes. But we do actually have a planet key for exciting moments. Don't know if my finger's gonna get clapped here. Weird, alright. I thought they'd swing forward or zoom out, but they went up instead, okay. Rodier and Rodier. They're almost like Laserbeak's guns, aren't they? Fins on the back and the pointy pew-pews. Whoppa! Now, not sure how the robot works. I have never actually had a go on Clocker. Safe to assume those didn't come off by force. We have arms. Legs, I guess, are just gonna flip over. No, we have little leg doors to reveal the flip-outy feety. Definitely showed myself up in that Star Wars one, didn't I? I know nothing about the Star Wars prequels. I never thought I'd see the day when not knowing enough about the Star Wars prequels would get you made fun of. We were all on the same page for such a long time about those films, but it's a different world now, baby. Arms are out, and it looks like we have a fold-out head assembly. Yep, there it goes. So the head and the little shoulder panels fold out of the backpack. What the hell? Clocker's beautiful! I had no idea! He looks like one of the Turbo Masters, doesn't he? Very thunderclashy chest plate. Can we dial that back? There we are, pick up some details. But yeah, the Lost Turbo Master, with the most unwieldy weapons you've ever seen. Drowning in gimmicks like a true G2 king. That's so wild. I always thought Clocker was a really boring little robot, just in like steely blue and crappy silver, but like he's so alive. Orange and turquoise with this stupid little gun array. That's mad. The dissonance between the elegance and uniquity of Overdrive and this friggin' baggy weirdo. They're both great though. What a little duo they are. Gorgeous warrior speed queen and her dumpy little sidekick. Maybe Clocker deserves a little video like Strong Arm did. But yeah, Overdrive is encouraging me to track down the original Nitro Convoy. That's a killer figure. Thank you so much, mate. Ah, tremendous. Thank you, Tommy. So nice one, Tommy. Please do check out his fanfic. I'll bang the thing downstairs. And we'll crack on. Time for a nigh identical foldy up white box with a UK version blue and white label. Alright then. Did I even mention on the channel that I've changed my name on YouTube? I don't think so. I've had a few comments saying, wait, since when was this Toy Grind? And like, it's always been Toy Grind elsewhere. For about 10 years, I consolidated all the branding over all the other socials, but then just never did it on YouTube because I thought it'd be too much of a faff. But it turns out it's a piece of cake. So you're now watching me on a Toy Grind rather than Hugh Adams. That's me, that's my name. That's not the channel's name. Changed it to that to appease Google Plus, and then Google Plus died. So I'm taking it back. We're Toy Grind now. So you can just search that instead of having to reassure the YouTube search that you didn't in fact mean the Adams. God, that's boring. Anyway, how you liking this extremely behind the times housekeeping? Come on! You monster. Alright, look at this. Got the label on the flap itself. That's a move. Dear Dr. Thufenschmerz. People say I look like Dan Povenmire. Yeah, I do. Casey here, I hope this transmission finds you well. I'm a short-time viewer, first-time sender from jolly old England, who only started watching you from A Tale of Two Blasters. That was Christmas before last, I think? Still pleased with that one, actually. I've been a fan of Transformers since 2007, when my dad, who's been a fan since the 80s, showed me the G1 cartoon in preparation for the 07 movie, and once I'd watched that movie, that was it. I'd fallen down the rabbit hole. It do happen. You reviewed my first ever Transformer, movie Voyager Optimus Prime. I've managed to get my girlfriend into the fandom, and her favourite character is Triptychon, due to it being a giant dinosaur. Hell yeah, she sounds cool. I've included some random bits from my collection. I have reason to believe that one of the included figures may bring you some joy, given that its color palette is like that of a certain teleporting Decepticon. Rumble? Yours sincerely, Casey, savior of Cybertron on Instagram and TikTok. Check him out. Right, I see plenty of purple in here. Oh, it's the packing. All right, nice fake out. Wir haben Legacy Ransack. Hey. Yeah, this was a multi-pack dealy type guy, wasn't he? He was from one of the Legacy 4 packs. Was it Creatures Collide or one of those? Just a cheeky repaint of Kickback. I'm not sure if that's exactly right. In fact, I'm pretty sure it ain't, but, you know, bugs is bugs. No, I've got him backwards, alright. He was crab walking very briefly there. That looks slightly more like it. I'm not sure if that's how the legs work, but it might be. Yeah, very strange group, weren't they, the Deluxe Insecticons? They were like Bandai figures, in the same vein as Roadbuster and Whirl. Just some more robots. Beatrice. And I do love Ransack's colors, man. He's so just nasty, industrial, yellow and black. This man is danger. I love his giant compound eyes next to his actual eyes. If you can call that eyes, it's an eye. What a great robot head that is. Horrible bendy antennae and 2 mega neon murder swords for good measure. I think Ransack has got to be the most broadly used name in all Transformers, right? Because there's been several Ransacks and they're all totally different guys. There was the Bug and there was a friggin' biplane and a motorbike. Bunch of others, I don't know. Point is, cheers Casey! Got an extra gun there and his head swap moment wrapped up in dog poo bags, I think. Oh, baby girl, no way. Yes! Animated lives! It's friggin' Lockdown! Missing a big chunk, but that's alright. Ooh, what a monstrous guy this was. Definitely changed the game, didn't he, Lockdown? He was such a sinister presence. Just kind of captured something, didn't he? Showed up in 2008 and will not stop coming back. He's like Transformer villain royalty at this point, because he's got so much going on. The horrible, evil, twisted metal car mode. He's a bounty hunter, so he just cannot be trusted. How does this work again? Jeez. I remember he ends up really tall because his legs flop all the way out and double his length. But how do his knees do the thing? I can't recall. Slide these forward for some feeties. Oh yeah, they tab down a little bit more, so he's even taller. Ratchet, you got no chance, mate. And yeah, the sort of asymmetry of it. He's got different coloured legs. So much storytelling going on in this toy. Always thought the hands were a shame, the way they don't quite fold out all the way. But we get away with it, don't we? If anything, it makes him even creepier. Brilliant. Hell yes, my friend. What a ghoul of a thing. Bring in Frankenstein McDeath's head. So what are we missing? He had a big flap that goes on his arm, and there's a motor on it, and also a hook. So look at that. We got Ratchet last time and Lockdown today. What a pair. I always love these guys' rivalry in animated. And like Age of Extinction, it was horrid how that resolved itself and so quickly. But at least he was in it. At least he got a starring main villain role in a Hollywood film. Who else can say that? Megatron again? Lockdown and Ransack. We've got a horrible Decepticon theme on the go, if he even is one this week. Let's see what else we got. Oh dear, we've had some damage. Oh well, Earthrise Gen Selects Exhaust. Love this guy. I love a Decepticon Roadster. I'm a bit sick of the Stunticons, but the idea that the Decepticons could have like a road unit, this guy run about and run amok. I was thinking about this the other day. I got Flatline. Oh yeah, the Mercenaries. Remember that? Went nowhere, didn't it? God, am I going to explain the Exwast thing again? Yes, I am. Exwast, the questionably intentionally misspelled label there. I think that's a callback to the Malbor from the Diaclone days. They couldn't get the trademark for Marlboro, so they went with Malbor. Is that on purpose? We'll never know. Who are gonna ask about that? Mark, Evan, hit me up. So the windscreen appears to be off, but we'll live. Feet, we have feet. There we are, combine the leg mode. Imagine if there was a combiner made of Decepticon cars. What would that be like? Never quite confident with how this works. I know it goes in half and then, yeah, that's right. Flip the head, shunt the windscreen to the roof thing, and slide these out. And it's all over bar the tidying up. Oh, I do like Exhaust. I used to call him the rowdy goth with the smoker's cough. What is going on with that head? How can you see through that? Emperor Zod, or whatever the bad guy's name from Power Rangers was. Wonder if he's nice. Killer stuff. Yeah, I'm a sucker sucker for a Generations Decepticon repaint. This lad, Magnificus, Siege Barricade even, they're all great in my book. It's a cheap move, but I'm a cheap guy. Yet more car formers. Oh man. Reveal the shield Jazz. Go on then. Banger toy this. Look at this legend. I don't think I've ever really spoken about this toy on the channel, which is weird because Jazz is great. This is a great toy of him, and I loved Reveal the Shield. Like, it was a bit messy, wasn't it, the whole thing with like Generations and movie characters all mixed in. But this one was killer, and it was so good to have like a classics verse Jazz. This is when we were still talking about classics. Beautiful, smooth, big booty car mode. Got all the markings just right. What a thing this is. I don't think you can really tell, but the white plastic is nice and sort of pearlescent almost. Don't know if we've got bits for this, because he does have like speakers that clip on here, and a gun, obviously. I've always got a gun. Love how moving the arms creates the gap for the head. Dramatic head reveal. What's that pose about, Evangelion? Come on. That's great. What a beautiful Jazz figure that is. I was always a little frustrated because Jazz in the show, he doesn't have the wings, but you can't really get rid of them, but you kinda can, and he looks so sick with them. Almost like the original toy had them or something. Oh, what a dope version of Jazz that is. This was always the version of Jazz we were gonna get in 2011, wasn't it? Very macho. And it's weirdly nice to see it. I have him, he's over there, but I just never look at him anymore. So it's nice to spend a little bit of time with this toy and like give it a fair shot on the channel. So odd that I've never really talked about that. Anyway, another gorgeous toy. You know me very well, Casey. I like the toys what is good. A little baggie of Dooberries here. That was fun. Oh, it is dog poo bags. Revolutionary packing tactic. A bunch of these things. God, these things will not stop turning up. Just a bunch of little PVC stocking filler lads, Poundland vibes. I'm sure we've checked these very figures out many times on Dammit Open. Oh no, he's got a squonky smokestack and slappy hands. Everything all right with you, mate? Power of the Prime's bomb burst? Okay. This was one of those little, yes, the guys in there, little pretender shell guys that doubles as a melee weapon. Which Prime is that? This was the most meager attempt to make the Primes happen. We've done it now. I feel like Age of the Primes has actually done it properly, but this was such a half stab, wasn't it? Like, am I gonna buy that because of this friggin' thing? No, I'm gonna buy it because it's bomb burst. Crazy pink bat maniac. Much more interesting than whatever that is. Some kind of tiny tank, little turbo changer, I assume? Or maybe a gacha capsule type fella. I wonder who it is. Yay! Oh, wow, that's adorable. What Megatron is that? What's with his face? Little chibi uwu face. Oh, when you get up close, it's actually horrifying. Monthly Megatron, that's your lot. This might have to count as your monthly Megatron. Nightmares. Combiner Wars Groove. Alright then. Very strange long boy this was. I did love what they did with Groove. Like, I did a video about Defensor really recently, so I don't feel like I need to explain the whole thing again, but it did make much more sense to have little baby Groove as the chest plate rather than a whole limb of the guy. And then out of that we got Rook, and Rook was great. So thank you for your service, Combiner Wars Groove. Oh, speaking of creatures collide, we have Sky Wasp. Yeah, this was the Skywarp flavored Waspinator type guy, wasn't it? There was a BotCon version of this about 15 years ago or so, but that was not satisfying. We need mainline Skywasp, thank you very much. The Wasp Gazebo. What an evil thing this is. It's so leggy. I got a bunch of these out for the Manterra video the other day, actually. This one and Scorponok, and I was very surprised by how undercarriagey this Wasp is. I mean, it works from the top and from the back. That Stinger's evil. Wouldn't want that up in your grundle, would you? Brilliant insecty head with the little chompers. Huge horrible red wings. Now I only transformed Waspinator the other day, so I should get this right, but I'm very prone to getting everything wrong, you know this. Ugh, that's a horrible midway moment. Can that be it? Can we just go with that? Doesn't feel great having so much of it reliant on that tiny hinge. Fold that up, fold these down, and he suddenly becomes quite squat. Plenty of joints in these arms, plenty of opportunity to screw this up, but I think we've managed it. Oh, Mr. Long Nipples, friggin' Sky Waspinator. Got the deeply troubling Waspinator face on the go. What a monstrous thing that is. But yes, correctly, very Skywarpy, and your boy appreciates. He can go in the shrine next to the one of these that has the other head on it. You guys know I have a Skywarp cabinet, right? I feel like I used to talk about it loads, but there's got to be a ton of new people who ain't seen it. So here it is real quick. Oh, this aging detail. I need to replace this. Anyway, here are some Skywarps. There are some Skywarps. Many, many, many Skywarps. There are lots of him. They're all cool and dope and black and purple, except for the ones who are not. But most of them are dope. He's a bird. There are some custom ones. Sick. And the last thing out of the box, we have a Studio Series Deluxe Bumblebee. Oh man, that roof, that was always a problem. How the whole top of it just kind of floats above the rest. It never quite clicks in. I did quite like this toy, but it's very imperfect. But my god, we love a Beetle, don't we? I'll tell you what was weird the other day, actually. I was getting on the train. Before I got to the station, I saw a perfect gold-coloured VW Beetle, and I, kind of froze in awe for a second. Because I love a Beetle, and I was thinking like, oh, brilliant, day made, saw a cool Beetle. And then when I got off the train, like an hour and a half later, I saw another one. But it was blue. So if I recall correctly, the whole sides sort of wing out and then fold up in quite an inelegant solution. And then like the rest of it's just in there. Flop these rear bumpers back and spread the legs out, twist him about and unpack the bot from the knot. Oh no, his face came off. Oh, it's supposed to. Oh, there we go. Awkward hands club along with lockdown. Wheels sort of door outward and then the arms follow. Oh, he's all right. I was very frustrated with this guy when he first came out, but it's really not bad, is it? The backpack is truly a mess. I still can't do that any better. But the robot that's in there is pretty solid, I think. Very adorable, roundy robot boy. You can see why he's popular, right? But yeah, this was famously based on unfinished character renders when he still had the door wings. They took those off for the final movie, and I don't think they ever really revisited it, did they? I think it might be time. We had like Space version and Jeep version, but this one is still like the best Studio Series version of the guy who doesn't really look like this. Might be time for another go on Volkswagen Bumblebee. Okay then, Casey. Oh, Casey. Lovely selection of deluxe figures there. Big old Jazz, baby Bumblebee, pair of very horrible Bugmen, exhaust of course, and the wonderful animated lockdown. What a little box. Thank you, mate. I shall have to try and source a weapon for this lad. I think he needs a revisit review. Very much appreciated indeed, my man. So that's Casey, saviour of Cybertron. Check it out. Just the one more, I reckon, today I could do with my din-dins. Doesn't look little, though, does it? We might be here a minute. Oh, Jesus, there's loads of them. Dear Theo, I love all the content, both here and on Instagram. I barely use Instagram. That fart reel did alright. I feel a couple of ways about that. I'm currently in the process of moving house and no longer have space for the bots enclosed, so I'm passing them on to you in hopes that they find a new home. Keep up the amazing work, Zach. Thank you, Zach. Right, Zach at ya. Man, oh man, we are not short on bots. Not a problem that we have. Oh, right, look at that. This bit of packing is in fact Impactor's box. I wonder who's in here. So it looks like we have loads of legacy repaints, including more or less the entire Wreckers capsule, and we'll crack on with a hardcore bulkhead. This is the sort of military version of Soft Lad. We've got his roof, and he's got the iconic Wreckers hammer. That was a reach, wasn't it, calling it iconic? It's just a thing. It's their logo. Their teeny tiny logo. Does look pretty badass, though, in his military camouflage with black windows and thighs and hands. It's all much more hard-edged than the regular one. Pretty weird they did this, because, everybody says that movie Hound was basically Bulkhead, if Bulkhead had a horrible attitude. And they did do a version of Hound in this very sort of military style. So it's got to be like an intentional carryover from that, right? Anyway, let's truck you up, baby. Still a good toy, this. I did really enjoy getting to review this early on in the Legacy era. Like, our man Sam found one on sale in France and just tossed it to me so I could get the scoop on the review, like before it had been spotted anywhere else. What a team. What a lad. Still a big fan of this wrecking ball thing that like swings open. That's a neat way to make that a thing. You could have just slotted it on and it wouldn't have been great, but they did it that way and it is. That's right. These close back up and the feet fold in at the back. The arms, I think, sort of swoop down on these circly plates. Then the arms fold up inside the cab and there's just some more wheels here. What do these do? I think they're just for show. I think they're just like spares. Those fold flat. The whole assembly plugs in here. Hard to believe it was 5 years ago since this came out. like the whole legacy period, everything since like 2018 has just been a big mush of time. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's felt that way. Well, I remember broadly what's happened, but I couldn't tell you what year any of it was. Friggin' Ultimecia time compression. Anyway, that's... what do we do with the roof there? Are we missing a bit? No, it's... oh crap, it's in there. There's a little flap inside the front of the windshield that finishes that off, but I've already done it now. That's near enough. It's Big Hound Bulkhead. You see the problem? It is Hound. Come on, this is Generations movie Hound, and that's what's up. So yeah, Wrecker's version Bulkhead, very different flavor to the original one. Scorponok. Oh my god, all the creatures are coming out. All the bug lads. Come out to play. I think this is the original Scorpo. This was reissued recently, so it would make sense that there's a nice condition one floating around. How do we do the old crab launcher? There we go. Like this whole claw comes off and turns into a little a little bee man. Big stripy butt and a bee face. That's very Polar Claw. These lads must have been like the same wave. Quite a meaty lad, isn't he? Plenty of oh, hello. More going on. Oh no! Well, that's gone forever. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Is that anything? Oh dear, yeah, that's gotta have some kind of application in beast mode. But yeah, never had a go on original Scorponok before. This is quite a hefty bug lad, much meatier than our Manterra. Must have been a size class up. Maybe a mega. I don't know how it works in Beast Wars. Ultra, mega. All these words that have been used since to mean different stuff. What chance have we got, eh? So we crack his carapace open, feast on the goo inside. Very unschooled on this. Never seen this lad before. Never had a go on it, certainly. But, oh shit, look at that. The feet just kind of slot into the bod and form the scorpion head. That's sick. Wrangle these arms round so they look like the guy. Fold the head inside the booty. You're welcome. Is that it? That can't be it. That might be it. Twist that round there. Didn't really trust that maneuver, but that's what we've done. Damn, he is all weapons. Scorpions are so sick, man. They're just armor and weaponry, scuttling horror. Blah, good God, that is pure murder. Again, that is merciless. That was I rewatched Honey, I Shrunk the Kids recently, and that's, don't want to say great, but it's a good example of an 80s movie, and the stop motion creatures are so sick. The scorpion and the ant. That poor baby ant that gets murked by the big horrible scorpion with the monster face. And that is that but a transformer. Barely any legs. These token little leg flaps are so good. But you know, as a toy of a villainous scorpion, why wouldn't you accentuate the death? Where is the death? Okay. Red cog. Red cog, red cog. You're my red cog. A few extra weapons on the go here. I don't know who that is. Whose that is, or this one? I don't know, there's plenty more bots in here, so we'll figure it out, but might have to leave that up to you lot. Whose guns is these? Flat thing there with a Uzi barrel, pink canister thing, just a straight up shotgun, and like a blue zappy guy, I don't know. God, where to begin with Cog? There's so much stuff you can do with it. I think I gave it a good sort of airing out in the Optimus Prime Siege review. I think I did okay there. Once again, a while ago now. Siege was, God, 2019, 18? Jesus. But it was very funny to me that they just reissued Cog in red and called it Red Cog. Well, again, Flatline recently, they did a black and red version of Red Alert and made it a whole new character. Brilliant, that's what we like. And then at the other end, they have Cog, but it is red. That's Starmer, innit? It's blue, but it's red this time, but it's still blue. We have Wrecker's version Siege Springer. I'm not even going to attempt it. This toy does my friggin' nutting. He's shown up before in unboxers, and things have gone very badly, so I'm not even going to do him the disservice of attempting. But this color scheme is real nice. Lots more grey on the go, very machiney vibes, and the big blue Wrecker's logo. That really does change the whole energy, doesn't it? Looks loads better without all the Siege smudges, too. They always do. Yeah, there's something really appealing about this, isn't there? I think it's the extra grey that actually looks really cool, and the entirely green head. Is it more of like a Marvel Comics palette, I imagine? But it still is definitely Springer, and yeah, really attractive. I shall call him Spring Onion. A bit more Beast Wars, we have Cheetor, presumably also the reissue version. A lovely guy in a gorgeous speckled black and yellow. I feel like we've seen him plenty on the show. Hello, mate. Nice to see you. Oh, hell yeah. Here we go. It's the, oh my god, the G2 version of Siege Sideswipe. No, it's the Earthrise Kingdomy one, isn't it? With the more angular Earth mode Lambo styles. Very lead foot, isn't it? I do love that they did this. Look at his friggin' synthwave vista on his shirt there. I want a t-shirt of that. I want a bright yellow t-shirt with that design on it. I'd wear the hell out of that. Big fan of the fact that they made these sort of unproduced G2 versions. Like, I've seen this at the shops and thought, not today, because I've already got, like, plenty of this mold. But seeing it in hand, there is something a bit lovely about it. Like the solid blue plastic on his head and his hands and stuff. That's very Monster in My Pocket. Like the Monster in My Pocket aliens they did. They were in that same sort of sickly shampoo bottle blue. And that actually looks super rad on there. Very 1992. Nice to have a yellow one of these, actually. I never got a Tiger Track, so I think this will fulfill that gap for me. Do I need to show you how to transform this thing? I'm certain everybody out there watching this has transformed Siege Sideswipe at least 10 times. But for the uninitiated, you just turn him into a car. Just transform it, stupid. Emgo should put that in his titles, I think. Maybe I could do like an offshoot channel of that where I just transform things and berate you the whole time. Just transform it, dumbass. You asshole. Oh, that is so friggin' nasty. Malibu. He is on his all-inclusive, pina coladaed up in the pool before 9 AM, and he's not giving a what. I shall call him Vibe Swipe. Thank you, Zach. That is lovely. Have you seen? You must have. Speaking of horrific G2 repaints, let me just pick up Laser Cycle while I talk about this. They've revealed the G2 decos for Leader Class Sludge and Swoop, and they're so hideous. I love it. Because the G2 Dinobots, in the scheme of G2, they were still like kind of classy. They were just the original toys, but one's blue, one green, one red. But they never did Sludge and Swoop, so they've just revealed the new versions and they're disgusting. They have, like, the knockoff vibes are ridiculous. Swoop in, like, lime green with blue parts and Sludge is unfinished orange with leftover silver. They're so hideous and I'm all about it. I'm not gonna get them, obviously, but they are gorgeous. Long live G2. It is Laser Cycle. I can never remember how to transform this. I've got two of these. I have Road Rocket and Flame War, but every time I try and transform them, I get it wrong. But first, some important light piping related business. Is that good? You can't really tell, but yeah, that's pretty serious light piping. Very bright, strong head block with tiny, piercing ninja eyes. I mean, she's got laser in her name, so fair enough. Oh, that kibble is so heavy, but it's still a pretty nice mold, man. Moves great, looks very elegant. It was originally RC, wasn't it? The Blue Prime RC, and then it's been like Road Rocket and Flame War and Laser Cycle. We're gonna attempt, but don't come at me if I get this wrong, alright? It is tricky. The arms swing back on little hinges and form a, wait, no, that, God, alright. This is already going bad. Good God, this is too complicated for this deep into a video. Right, there we go, some kind of motorbike. It is pretty good, isn't it? Very nice sort of form. It's a bit scratty, you got like a whole robot crotch here, but we have a kind of seat area. We've got the front looks nice. The paneling's cool, the wheels are good. Kind of a Ninja Turtle-y color scheme, isn't it? I was thinking the other day, actually, I'm working on a Party Wallop review, friggin' name of that. But it's like, what else could they have done to do a unified turtle team? And who else would they do? Would they do a whole line of stuff? And I think like maybe this could be a good April O'Neil, I suppose. I don't know, the motorbikes always end up being the girls, don't they? But like the colour scheme, it's a bit turtley, green and yellow. No, I don't know. Anyway, that's Laser Cycle from the G2 Legacy capsule. Beautiful partner piece for the old vacation sideswipe, sunset, road trip, and Leadfoot again. I'm sure I've shown him off 3 or 4 times now. Wonderful deluxe class toy. Thank you, Zach, but we've kind of done him. But we've never seen his fossilizer friend, the ridiculously and excellently named Master Dominus. He's the same as Ractonite, I think, except he's a woolly mammoth this time. Very spooky vibe on this lad with the black and the gold and the spooky cloaked and masked face. God, lighting's a nightmare on this video. We've had so much yellow and then suddenly this disgusting goth skeleton. Spooky, scary skeletons. Yeah, big fan of the fossilizers. I've been thinking about them a lot recently. They're just so unique. Transformers that are dinosaurs, but just the skeletons. Amazing. But this guy turns into a woolly mammoth slash mastodon creature, which isn't a dinosaur, I know, but he's of that earth. He's a big thing from the past that's bones now. God, poor old Brent Hines, man, that was terrible. Never been a mega fan of Mastodon myself, but like, that was just so awful what happened to him. Nobody deserves that, dude. Tell you who is a big Mastodon fan, though, is Greg out of the band. So a couple of gigs ago, we very quickly learned Blood and Thunder at practice and then just played a minute and a half of it. Just as a little tribute, keep the music alive and that. Big time parts former, this one, wasn't it? I'm not sure if I've got the arms right. Seem to have the wrong sort of ports to make that work. Let me check. Let me just add the word Master Dominus to my Google history. Oh, I've got the whole thing backwards. Well, that kind of makes sense. There we are. Now we're talking. Oh, that's tremendous. Come on. It's a transformer of a skeleton of a woolly mammoth, and it's called Master Dominus. That's so stupid. Very happy for you right now. Big, horrible goth robot turns into the least likely thing you can think of, and also armor kits for everybody. Master Dominus. Speaking of a man who's a kit, it's friggin' Siege Slammer. Forgot about this lad, didn't you? I certainly did. Yeah, I bought this guy, put him next to my Generations Metroplex and forgot he existed. That's how it goes sometimes. What a brilliant square tank sucker this is. Lovely surly block of a dude with a beautiful blue visor. I actually love him. Jeez, we've got the whole armor kit today here, lads. We got Cog and extra weapons with Master Dominus and Slammer. So very extra. Was this Siege or was it later? Yeah, it was Kingdom, I'm sure it was. I got it at the same time as Huffer and the Masterpiece V2 Skywarp that I didn't like. I bought those all in one big expensive box from In Demand and then never did anything with them. They'll pay for themselves if I could just do reviews on them, and then I never did. Classic few. Slammer, how do you work? This is all going back stuff. Oh, that's a cute tank mode. I'm sure we can get there. What's this box doing here? A Hind-D. I'm literally just assembling this thing. This is barely a transformer. Is that it? I think it's pretty close. Don't know where this goes. You left the piece out. I know. Are we missing a turret? Is there supposed to be two? Is one of them stuck on Cog? Certainly haven't done a great job there, but I think it's pretty near. That's the vibe. He is simply a little square tank made out of bits of a guy. And isn't that what every Transformer is? I think we can call that attack mode. What an absolute slammer. He do be slamming. Couple more for you then. We have the Wreckers version of Titan's Return Topspin. No, it's Twin Twist. Okay. I didn't realize they did him. I really thought this was Topspin. We have treads. We have spinny cone things. It's clearly Twin Twist. Yeah. Yeah, this was an unfortunate one with Titan's Return, wasn't it? Because Topspin was everywhere. But Twin Twist was like short packed. Nobody could get him. I only managed to get him because I spotted the In Demand had him on a fluke on the day he was delivered. And then he was gone, and years later they reissued him in different colors so they don't match. Mean! This is a pretty nice color scheme though. I don't know what this is based off. It'd be tempting to say this is like the Diaclone version, because it looks like Ultra Magnus, doesn't it? The powered convoy guy. But I don't know enough about the jump starters to say where this came from. Maybe it was a Euro version? Salt Man or similar? I don't think so. This is a real nice figure though. I don't know if it's like dated at all, because it's from 2017, but it still looks solid. It still looks like a decent robo. Posing is great. Little double gun looks pretty awkward. I wonder if we can get the bloke in there. Pop off the old Titan Master. Don't miss the Titan Master trend. There he goes. He's just serving you his own head on a platter of guns. Yeah, like it was fun to get the characters we got in Titan's Return, but years later, the fact that most of them are headmasters now doesn't make any sense. Quake? Does he need a head? Broadside? Can we get a broadside that's not a headmaster? I mean, I know Titan class broadside is a long shot, but wouldn't you love it? You could do something with Tidal Wave. They did it the other way around. Anyway, let's see if I can remember how to transform it. It has been a minute. Open up the arms, fold in the fisties. Cockpit, I guess, stays there and the prongs flip out. Crack him open and, does this spin? Yeah, this spins. Flomp down the points. Oh, that's neat. So when you open the arms, you can fold the fists away and collapse them a bit. Then they slot cleanly in here, fold down the treads, boop, there you go, bonus Gur-walkie mode, twin tits. Similar deal with the legs, we pop these open, telescope the legs in, and there he is, nice little two-pronged drill tank. What are you gonna get through with those? You're gonna get this deep and then stop. They're just for boring great big screw holes. Boring! Way better toy than the original jump starters deserve, honestly. Because we love the jump starters, they're part of the heritage, etc. But they are rubbish, aren't they? So to see toys like that done so gloriously in a modern style, it's like, you lucky sods. Not every glow up is earned. Does that work? Yeah, there we are. Tidy. Twin Twist. What a cool figure that is. It almost seems like a different guy. Sort of Transformers Victory vibes or very Diaclone. What was his name in there? I remember they were Flame Out and Freeze Out. And I can't remember which one this is. Doesn't matter, does it? But the reason I remember that is because, guess what? It's metal, isn't it? Soilwork had a song called Flame Out on Natural Born Chaos. That was kind of their big breakthrough album when they went from like mellow death to straight metalcore. Great record, by the way. Probably a pretty good gateway album for like newcomers to metal. Like, all the tunes are great, riffs are brilliant, drumming's unreal. Produced by Devin Townsend, really clean sound. Lyrics are a bit obviously written in a second language. They are Swedish. So check that out. Anyway, Twin Twist is good. Whee! It just feels mean to me that this version of the toy was so readily available and it doesn't match Topspin. You bitches. Oh, what are you doing here? A bit of Studio Series Wreck-Gar? Very fond of this toy, but again, it's a motorbike, so I have no idea how it works. I have 3 of this toy. I have Wreck-Gar plus Scrap Heap and Junk Heap, but one of them I haven't opened yet. It's just been sat under my table for ages, and I can't remember which one it is. Scrap Heap and Junk... That's the same name. Was this a good blend with, like, you know, the Legacy Evolution Junkions? We had Scrap Hook, Crash Bar, Trash Master. I don't know if they go extremely well with the Studio Series version, but isn't that kind of the point? They're a ragtag group of scrappy fellas made out of what they can get. So sure, they're not gonna match, because for a long time it was just Wreck-Gar and repaints of Wreck-Gar, and we still have that, you know, but there are some different ones now. That makes me happy, the fact they're not all just Wreck-Gar by a different name. Right, this is the front axle, isn't it? The arms form the front axle, the head tucks up into the fake head. That's a nice solution for that, so it can still be kind of legit, but he doesn't have a gigantic stupid head in robot mode. His head's stupid and gigantic enough. Same. Plastic feels great on this thing. It's so heavy and smooth. I've barely shown you any of this, but that is a great transformation. Do love that every Transformer motorbike works completely differently, apart from the ones that are all repaints of each other. Wreck, yeah! Who would have thought that Trash Master would get a repaint as animated Wreck-Gar? Was it everybody? And they're doing a 3rd Scrap Hook as well, aren't they? Jalopy. Why not? I mean, anything to bulk up the numbers. 3 or 4 molds, colour them in as you like. Never had that problem with Seekers, did I? There, I think that's it. Nice clean roll, looks a bit janky in the back, but don't they always? Studio Series Wreck-Gar. Stick the axe on the back for a little propeller fan. Oh, I'm going faster now. Roddy do rod Roddy mo. Last couple of bits now. We have Spindle, wasn't it? The Spinosaurus fossilizer. God, what a janky mess that is. But he's a retool of Paleotrex the T-Rex as a Spinosaurus in the colors of Swindle. Spindle. Spindle. Do you get it? That's like something I would say. He looks so toy in these colors, doesn't it? So like 3 years and up. Horrifying buck-toothed face. Big fan of the bionicle chestplate mask, like a power-up from Crash Bandicoot, but the Mad Max version. Hours of fun with these. Geez, I could make a whole team. I don't think I've ever seen so many fossilizers and weaponizers in the same place. Could be here for hours showing you all the crap they can do, but I'm sure we all have other stuff to do today. So I'll just show you the dino mode and we'll get on with our days. Assuming, that is, I can figure it out. Oh, he's getting the phone out again, lads. Oh, for once I seem to be barking up the correct tree. I have heard Spindle is a bit jank, so this might not go amazing. His jank coupled with my incompetence. What a team. Is that it? I think that's your boy. Look at that underbite. Oh, jeez and crackers. I don't know what sort of level of Spinosaurus this is supposed to be. What era are we talking? Are we thinking it's still a theropod? This is before they realized it was an aquatic creature, wasn't it? It's just legs. It's all legs. T-Rex, but with some more bullshit on it. That's the sort of enduring impression of what Spinosaurus was. But as a Transformer that turns into a bunch of daft gadgets, cannot be mad at whatever Spindle is driving at. But if we have Spindle, we also have Impactor. Hell yeah. It's Himpactor. Gosh, what a sullen sight you are, mister. It's no wonder they retooled this thing as Frankenstein, is it? You are the monster. Do you get it? subtext is dead. I don't know if I prefer that. Here's what I prepared earlier. This is the Siege Impactor as released at retail, and I'm not sure which one is better. I mean, this guy still has all the problems with the empty legs. The shade of purple here is a bit nicer, a bit whinier, a bit more luxury, but the head is so, like, miserable. Like, if you get in right close, there is some lovely sculpting on there. It looks very human-y, very as he was drawn in the comic with the Spartan helmet, but it's all very morose, isn't it? Is that shoulder cannon, like, significantly skinnier there? I don't know if I like that. I definitely prefer the colors. And yeah, the chest plate design is, like, way nastier, way more like you'd think a guy called Impactor would look. This is weird. It feels taller. It isn't, but it feels taller. I don't know, it's growing on me. There's something in there. It implies the darkness that lies within Impactor. He is always causing trouble, murdering hostages. So chestplate comes up, head goes back. We gotta twizzle the head, flop that back. Tum hinges forward, arms, where do they go? Under here. Yeah, that's it. Create the top end of it. Gun in right there, and we have a tank. Oh, Impactor, are you good? Sure. Sure he is. For a deluxe tank former, it is what it is. It sure ain't what it ain't. I don't think that improves on the Siege one, does it? It's just a different verse of the same song. Oh, he ain't bad. That looks very daft up there, though. I love how the whole turret seems to have such power behind it, and yet the gun is so dwimbly. Dwimbly is the word. Jonathan Dwimbleby. Anyway, that's Wrecker's Capsule Impactor and his silly gang-molded dino friend, Impactor. You may know his friend, Goblin Thespian. Gun. I think that's bulkheads. And finally, we have the cardboard Wrecker's hammer. We have instructions. Let's see if we... Oh, no, wait, they're all labeled. Oh, excuse me. It's the Reckon Rule Collection. Okay, let's begin with the head. Let me just go ahead and freestyle this. We have the labeled tabs, which should keep us on track. Big square sort of hammer box. We have a hexagonal end for each side. Is this iconic? The Wrecker's hammer. It's just a bit of their logo. I don't know. I think I'm latching on too hard to a bit of marketing bump that declared this thing as being iconic, which it's just a word people say to mean it's the thing they know. Getting way too much usage, that word. So I think that's one end. All right, we've got it. I think the rest of this is going to be easy now. If I can't manage this little tiny bit of paper craft, then who knows what that says about me. Oh no, it's come off. Stop being so uniconic. The base end, I guess we just fold this up like a DVD slipcase. I don't know why these are separate. I think we just have two of the same bit here. Bonk! I wanna wreck and rule all night. What to do with that? Big silly cardboard hammer. I suppose it could look good if you position the dudes around it, but it just makes them look small. As a little display piece, that's kinda neat. It sure is something. It ain't nothing. What a ride. Okay, that's all the gear we have today. What a strange place to finish. So cheers to Zach for the whole Wreckers team, the Wreck and Rule collection. Cheers again to Tommy for Override and Clocker. I'll pop his link in the thingy. Go and check that out if you want. And of course, Casey for all that other brilliant stuff. Anyway, I think we've amassed enough duplicates here to justify a giveaway. I don't think it's a mystery that I already have a lot of this, so plenty of it's going to end up at Toifu, but would you like to have a go on, say, 5 of them? Let's do Legacy Override, Legacy Ransack, Leadfoot, Slammer, and Retgar. And Cheetor, why not?
And Jazz.
There you go, 6,
7
tasty bots for you. I'll stick them all in a box, and if you'd like to have a go on the giveaway, maybe you'll win it. So, usual drill, if you don't mind. First of all, subscribe if you're not already, thank you if you are. Then pop open your email app and drop me one to viewgiveaways@gmail.com with the subject line REC and the text RULE. REC, RULE. Send that over to me in my direction for the 7th of December. Sunday the 7th of December. 7th of December.
14th, please. I got hung up making the flatline video, so this didn't get finished for ages. So give it another week. 14th, please.
Let's go worldwide on this one. We'll take the risk. Tariffs be damned. Just enter the one time, please, cheeky. And best of luck with that. I shall leave you to it for now. Thank you for joining me for this very epic Dammit Open. My name's Thew Toy Grind Adams, and I will be back pretty soon. Laters! Jesus, there's some generous folks out there. I don't deserve all this, but a lot of it ain't for me. It's going to end up at Toy Foo, make some money for the charities, and we party on. Big thanks, as always, to everybody over here behind the nape of my neck who keeps things ticking over at Toy Grind Towers, and a big random shout out to channel member Oh Whoa Ooh Woo Oh Whoa My Dude. Takes all kinds. Thank you, furries. Laters.
Be sure to subscribe for more Thew's Awesome Transformers reviews. Limited appeal, keeping it real.